Critically examine the major contentions of the essay Nature of Linguistic Sign by Saussure. What are the implications of these ideas? Or, attempt a note on the two major characteristics of linguistic sign as discussed by Saussure in his essay Nature of Linguistic Sign. Answer. The linking of a name and a thing is a very simple operation. For example, let's see the following linkage. The Swiss linguist D.Saussure calls this whole naming process as sign. He says that the linguistic sign unites not a thing and a name but a concept and a sound image. The latter is not the material sound, a purely physical thing, but the psychological imprint of the sound, the impression that it makes on our senses. Saussure calls the linguistic sign a two-sided psychological entity that can be represented by a drawing. Here, the two elements are intimately united, and each recalls the other. According to Saussure, a more common way to define linguistic sign is that a sign is the combination of a signifier and a signified. Saussure calls the sound image as signifier and the concept as signified. Saussure points out two salient characteristics of the linguistic sign. 1. Principle 1. The arbitrary nature of the sign. The bond between the signifier and the signified is arbitrary. There is nothing in either the thing or the word that makes the two go together. In other words, there is no natural, intrinsic, or logical relation between a particular sound image and a concept. An example of this is the fact that there are different words in different languages for the same thing. For example, dog is dog in English, perro in Spanish, chien in French, and hund in German. According to Saussure, Principle 1 is applicable to pantomime, sign language, and gestures as well. Saussure quotes the example that a Chinese greets his emperor by bowing down to the ground 9 times. This kind of polite formula, though imbued with natural expressiveness, is only fixed by rule. It is this rule the whole Chinese community has agreed upon to respect the emperor. It is not the intrinsic value of the gesture that obliges one to use them. People usually use the word symbol to mean the signifier. But Saussure weighs against the use of this term. According to him, a symbol is not only arbitrary. For example, the symbol of justice can't be replaced by just any other symbol such as a chariot. Moreover, the word arbitrary should not imply that the choice of the signifier is left entirely to the speaker. It is because an individual does not have the power to change a sign in any way once it has become established in the linguistic community. Saussure, however, declares onomatopoeia and interjections to be arbitrary because they differ in various languages. 2. Principle 2. The linear nature of the signifier. The second characteristic of linguistic sign is that the signifier, both in written and spoken form, exists in time, and that time can be measured as linear. For example, we cannot say or write two words at one time. We have to say or write one word and then the next in a linear fashion. The easiest example of this is a sentence where one word comes at a time and then come the other words one after another in a line. Though Principle 2 is too simple and obvious, this is fundamental and its importance equals that of Principle 1. The whole mechanism of language, in fact, depends upon it. The linear nature of the signifier becomes readily apparent when they are represented in writing and the spatial line of graphic marks is substituted for succession in time. Finished. Please subscribe to the channel for more updates of ready-made notes on English literature. Also, please share this channel to help any student pursue a degree in English literature. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please do not forget to like and comment.